Welcome back to the Always Pick Last podcast. I'm Ron.
And I'm Chad.
All right, so today we're gonna have beers and drinks.
Oh boy.
You ready for this?
I guess so.
You don't have a choice. All right, so first drink is just some whiskey.
Okay.
So I was asked if we would ever try liquor instead of just beer. So I said sure. And I've been wanting to try some of this kind of whiskey for a while.
Is it like a specialty whiskey?
Yeah, so this is, I got two different flavors of it.
Oh boy.
We'll try the good one, the supposed good one.
Oh god.
This is Screwball Peanut Butter Whiskey.
Sounds good.
To the Misfits, Black Sheep, and Screwballs. Whiskey with natural flavors and caramel color. 70 proof. 35%.
I like peanut butter.
Yeah, I've heard it's really good and smooth. Smells peanut buttery. Okay.
So,
Here it is.
whiskey on the rocks. I feel like a 60-year-old man.
I know, I never
At
drink.
the friendly.
I don't drink whiskey on the rocks. I don't drink whiskey.
I don't drink anything just on the rocks.
No, neither. So we're gonna try that. That's number one. And we'll do a beer too. I have one other kind of peanut butter whiskey,
Oh,
so
it
we can
smells really peanut buttery.
try like two different ones.
And caramely.
Yeah. All right. Have you ever had a Northeast?
A long time ago.
Okay.
Like,
It's not my favorite beer, but I bought a bunch of them, so I want to help get rid of them here.
why did you buy them?
Well, I was dating this chick who liked it, so I bought a 12-pack of it.
Did she have all her teeth?
Yeah.
Okay. Just curious.
Yeah, I mean, from what I remember.
You never watched her
She's
take them out?
She was attractive. I don't know.
Okay.
You know me. I don't date nothing less than like.
Don't date no dogs.
Exactly. So,
Wow, you really left me plenty here.
I got quite a bit. It's a 16-ounce beer.
That's true.
Here's that grain belt.
Exciting can.
It's like it's not our typical weirdo beer.
Oh.
We got a bunch of those though.
Well, thank God.
All right, let's try this peanut butter whiskey first.
Okay. It does smell good, I have to say that.
Yeah.
Our cups, I'd rather be podcasting.
And mine, help cure virginity.
The Anti-Condom Coalition.
It's smooth.
It is very smooth.
I didn't drink it all either. Normally I just shoot whiskey.
I sipped it.
I know, me too.
Seemed like more of a sipper.
It is. I could see myself sipping this playing some Fortnite.
I could definitely see myself sipping on this for a while.
Yeah. Well, there's plenty of it. I got this at the Liquor House. Okay, so this
That's
week,
surprisingly smooth.
I know
That's
there's plenty
Go
more.
back on it.
Movies. I watched a movie, a chick flick, at the suggestion of Soccer Balls, which I don't know if she likes being called Soccer Balls. So
She'll tell us that she doesn't.
yeah, that's true. See her Friday. She'll kick my ass Friday. So we watched He's Just Not That Into You. It's a chick flick, one of those ensemble rom-coms that they were like super hot like 10 years ago. This one had Jennifer Aniston, Bradley Cooper, Scarlett Johansson, Ben Affleck, Justin Long, Jennifer Connelly, amongst others.
I forgot Justin Long was in that movie.
Yeah, he's like the smart-ass bartender who like fucks around, but
Yeah.
then like falls for the super crazy chick.
Because Justin
Short
Long's
hair.
the one that's in Dodgeball and
Yep.
Accepted, right?
Yes, he's also in Zack and Miri Make a Porno,
Oh, yeah.
and he's the gay porn star.
Yep.
Oh, it's fucking hilarious. It's one of my favorite roles of his. Probably my favorite by far. It was an okay movie. It has some funny parts. I like those kind of movies, but yeah, it was meh.
Meh.
Yeah. You fixing that mic? Think it's doing something?
I just wanted to, like, actually hang like it's supposed to.
Yeah.
Like that.
Hang a little dangle-dang.
Yeah. Little hangle-dangle.
Hangle down your dangle-dang.
Movies and TV shows for me. Angel Has Fallen with Gerard Butler and Morgan Freeman.
Oh, that's a sequel, right?
Yes, to Olympus Has Fallen.
Yeah, about the White House.
Yep.
How was it? I don't know if I saw either of them.
It was action packed. I mean, it was entertaining.
I think I've seen the first one.
So those type of movies where people go to it at a movie theater and they come out and they're like, God, that storyline sucked. Like, no kidding. It's an action movie.
Right. Most of them do.
I
Except for
mean,
Taken.
predictable but entertaining. Some of the scenes in it were like had the perfect amount of action and blow-ups rather than like Fast and Furious-ish,
Oh yeah.
where it's so over the top. Or what's that?
Most Michael Bay movies.
Doesn't say that's who I was trying to think
Yeah.
of, Michael Bay. But not like that. I mean, it was cool. Thought it was good. Started to watch the Tiger King documentary episode, the last one.
Yep, I watched it.
I couldn't finish it. We talked about this a little bit at work today. I just don't like Joel McHale, and I struggled. I mean, I've made it through 5 minutes of the guy who was that has no legs.
That's pretty early on.
Yeah, it was like maybe 20 minutes into it, and then
Yeah.
I quit watching. I mean, we had a phone call come through about buying a house, and then I just never went back to watching it. So I was like, well, I wasn't that invested into it.
I wouldn't waste my time.
Um,
Like the guy that the campaign manager is on there, his was a little interesting. He made a comment like, I still haven't gotten any help after like that Travis killed himself.
yeah,
Something like he still hasn't gone to therapy or gotten his medication because he can't afford it.
oh,
And it's like, how do you not have any
Any money.
money from that?
right,
Like blows my mind. And then the last dude was the documentary guy.
the cameraman.
Yeah.
Producer.
Yep, the guy that ran like Inside Edition or whatever it was.
Mhm.
He had a couple good ones. He said that he was surprised they called it the Tiger King because Joe Exotic was deathly afraid of the tigers and lions,
Mhm.
and that the only ones he would go into the cage with if they were tranquilized, or the one like snow tiger
Yeah.
was blind.
Oh,
So that's the only ones he would go in there with.
I guess now that you say that, it makes sense.
So I thought that was kind of crazy, but I mean, not super unexpected, but kind of a little weird.
It kind of explains why he was so okay with killing them.
Right? Yeah.
Then the other thing that I started watching was a bunch of the documentaries or series on the WWE Network.
Oh yeah.
We kind of talked about the one that I watched was Rivalries, Austin McMahon. First off, Rico, you're welcome for talking about pro wrestling twice in
I
2
think this
weeks.
might be 3 weeks in a row now, or at least 3
Alright.
weeks out of 4.
But yeah, I definitely am gonna enjoy the 3
1
month.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it on my calendar to get rid of it in like 2 weeks so I don't
Yep.
forget.
I got 3 weeks in 1 day
Yeah.
before I gotta get rid of it.
I watched more of the Monday Night Wars that was on there.
Oh yeah.
So I saw the episode with DX, NWO. There was one other one I kind of napped a little bit through, and then the next one's on like Mick Foley.
That guy, he went through some shit. I read
Yeah.
his book back in the day.
I think I had it.
Yes, you did.
I think I had that one. Yeah. Yeah, that was
It had
a
the big smiley face on it.
yeah, that was a good one. I've watched halfway through season 2 of Westworld. That's good, and Shameless. I'm like almost to season 3. That show is awesome.
It's addicting.
It
Once
is.
you like get on a roll of watching Shameless, I remember from when I was watching it, like seasons 2 through 4, I burned through super quick.
Yeah.
After
Well-
that, it started to slow down because, as we talked about last week, but
I've seen, like I said before, I've seen random episodes throughout the whole thing, but yeah, it's really good. What else? Any other shows for you?
Nope.
All right, music.
yeah, I listened to a couple different things this week. First one was Tory Lane's album.
Who?
Tory Lanez with a Z. The album, The New Toronto 3.
What kind of music is it?
Rap, pop,
Tory Lanez?
Tory Lanez.
I've never heard of it.
He's decently big. I mean, he used to be bigger. I
Oh,
think,
really?
a couple years ago. Not terrible. Not something I would like go out of my way to listen to, I guess.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was an easy listen. And then I've started listening to the Cults podcast by the Parcast Network again. I listened to this when I would go to and from work at Anderson's, but I just started listening to it again now that I can listen to music. They do like short cult roundups, like 5-minute episodes every day.
Oh,
But then I think it's every Monday or Tuesday, it must be Tuesdays, they release like a full episode that's anywhere from 45 minutes to an hour long.
About cults?
About cults. So
Okay.
like the three of mine that were my favorite so far was Jim Jones in the People's Temple,
Yeah.
where he fed him
The
electric
Kool-Aid?
Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
David Koresh, the Branch Davidians in Waco, Texas, and then Heaven's Gate, which isn't as commonly known, but
I've
it
heard of
was
that one.
the largest mass suicide on U.S. soil ever.
Mm-hmm.
And it's basically a bunch of people that were like, hey, we're aliens living in human bodies. The only way that we can get back to space is by killing ourselves.
I remember that one, yeah.
That was in like the 70s, I think it was.
What's that?
But that one was super interesting. And then obviously like the Manson family and stuff like that. But really interesting. I definitely, if you're at all interested in cults or just like secret societies, I would check it out.
Huh.
Like I said, there's like 5-minute episodes, kind of just to give you a taste of what it is. But
Right.
then if you're like actually like it, they got the long episodes.
Weird. Yeah, I've never even thought about listening to that stuff.
Yeah, they have Parcast is like they have a whole network of podcasts. They got like serial killers, cults,
Oh, yeah,
conspiracy
yeah.
theories, like all that kind of stuff. I've listened to a couple of the other ones, but yeah, cults I would say is probably my favorite for sure.
There's a lot of those, I think, and a lot of like murder mystery ones and whatever.
Oh yeah, the murder mystery I think, especially on Spotify, because that's usually what I listen to stuff on.
Yeah.
Those are getting way bigger than what
Yeah.
they were even a year ago.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. Like, a lot of people are doing them now.
Oh yeah,
I don't have that patience to research shit.
me either.
As you can tell by our list of topics.
Right.
It's like, oh, hey, what'd you do this week?
Yeah.
Music, I listen to like a couple different new things and then some older stuff. Like for the first time the whole way through. So I listened to Felt, F-E-L-T, Felt, which is Slug from Atmosphere and Murs, the rapper from LA. Los Angeles, from Mid-City, as he calls it. Felt 2 is the best out of 1, 2, and 3. All of them are pretty good, but 2 is the best. It's got like some of the funniest lyrics and shit.
Okay.
The best songs, Break Her Down Like a Shotgun and Early Morning Tony are on the second one. Another new CD, actual new CD, The Strokes, The New Abnormal. I thought it was good. It reminded me of their oldest stuff, but I haven't really listened to them in quite a while, so I don't know. I realize they've been out for like 20 years now.
So it's probably been at least 15 years.
Yeah,
since
it's
I've
crazy.
listened to any of their music.
Like 2001 was like when their first CD came out.
Yeah.
The good songs my two favorite from the new CD, Bad Decisions and Why Are Sundays So Depressing? And then the other new one I listened to, which I don't know how new it is really, but it's 9 Inch Nails, Ghosts 5. The CD's called Together. It was good. I listened to it while I was cleaning my house, like, I don't know, a week ago or something.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until I was through like 6 songs that I realized there is no singing and lyrics. It's almost like a score for a movie.
Oh really?
Yeah, it was really good. But I was like, oh, they're not even
Hans
fucking.
Zimmer type shit.
Yeah, they're like they're not even fucking singing. It was like, whatever. It was really good, but that's kind of all I had for that. Sports? Anything?
Draft is this weekend.
Was that? Oh, it is on the weekend.
Starts
Or is it-
technically Thursday, I guess.
Is it
Through
Thursday?
Sunday. No, that was actually one of my topics. So, more exciting, less exciting for you this year? The draft. With everything going on.
Normally I don't watch it, honestly. I kind of quit years ago when they started splitting it out like to 4 different days or whatever.
Yep.
But this year, because it's so different and they're like drafting from their houses and shit, I'll probably watch it.
I usually for sure watch like the first 10 picks, and then try and time it out to watch, like when the Seahawks are going to be picking.
Oh, okay.
Other than that, I don't watch too much of it. This year, I will probably sit and watch the entire thing.
Well, number
Just
one, what
because
else
I
is
miss,
on?
Right, just because I miss sports so much.
Right.
But like you said, I mean, it's so different. It's one of those things where you'd be like, I remember in 2020 when the fucking pandemic was going on.
Right.
This shit was crazy. Shit was BANANAS.
What's that spell?
Like bananas.
Oh, cool, cool.
Do
Do you want a bottle or can?
bottle.
Huh?
Bottle.
Oh, wrong choice.
Dark.
I don't know. This is
also,
a beer.
On the topic of the draft. Ooh, that's like an inhale burp.
So it has something to it.
Badgers in the draft.
Yep.
Jonathan Taylor. You think he'll go in first round, second round?
Maybe second. I don't know. Like, I think there's a lot less value on running backs than there used to be.
Oh, absolutely.
I think that's part of it.
Well, it's like a double-edged sword. Nobody wants to draft him because once you're in your second, third, and fourth year, you're so good.
Right.
But how many people want to put up with that first year of you not producing? Because the
And
lifespan
paying
for a running back is short.
Right, and
But
you
they all
pay
wanna
him
get
a
paid.
bunch if you draft him earlier.
But
so
also,
this is New Glarus, 2 women, lager, out of New Glarus, Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
Ever have 2 women?
Nope.
Neither. Ever want to?
Nope.
Either.
Nope.
I almost got you there.
Yeah, you did. But yeah, Jonathan Taylor, I hope he goes towards the end of the first. Honestly, it doesn't really matter to me because it's not like I care what he gets paid.
Right. Yeah, I don't give a
I
fuck.
really just hope that he doesn't go to like the Patriots or
Yeah, I hope. Honestly, I just wish him the best because he was such an animal for us in
right.
college, and by all accounts, he's like a real dude. He's not like a fucking a-hole, you
I
know.
would say he's not a total.
Got any more of this yet?
Yeah.
Yeah, I honestly just wish him the best. Seems like he's been a great guy in Madison.
Like I was trying to think today, as far as running backs, like who needs a running back. I mean,
Everybody really.
right, but like the Titans, they were talking about they need somebody to complement Henry. Miami's looking for just about anybody.
Mark Henry?
Yeah, sure.
Wrestler?
Another team that isn't really on the radar for Taylor because they think they're fine, but the Rams, they just traded Gurley.
Yeah.
They got 3 guys that everybody claims is going to be able to fill the shoes. I think they're full of shit.
Yeah, I
The
don't
3
really
guys
know.
they have is they got a 5th-year guy who's got like 600 yards over the last couple of years, and then 2 other guys that have a combined 200 yards through 2 seasons. So you need to fill those shoes somehow. It's not going to be a company of those 3 guys.
It never works out.
Right.
Aside from like the Packers and like the Vikings, I don't know a ton of NFL stuff anymore. Like I've been so into baseball the last, I don't know, forever that I've kind of put the NFL by the wayside a little bit. Like I watched a lot of Packer games last year because I finally had free time, not like busting my ass on my house, and
Right.
like the years before that even seemed like we were remodeling at the other house,
Mhm.
you know, so much that I kind of just forgot about it. And I always watch Packers, but I used to be in fantasy football and like pick'em leagues and all that shit. And we haven't done any of that in like the 5 years I've been at my new job, or it's not even a new job anymore, but you kind of just,
My new job.
yeah, you kind of just don't care anymore.
Is there a lot of football fans at our work?
Not really.
I was gonna
I mean, a
say.
fair amount. It's but they're not like diehards.
Gotcha.
There's not many diehards.
So at my old jobs, we did like the pickup leagues where we would be like, "Hey, $5, whoever wins takes it all."
Yeah, we would do that. Yeah, it was like $5.
I didn't know if that's something that you guys do or there's enough interest to do it.
There might be. I don't know. We at my last place, we did it like $5 a week, and then like half of it went to the winner, second place got their money back, and then like half that pot went to the year end.
Whoever
Yeah,
won the most.
that was fun. I love that. It's
Right.
easier than doing fantasy football because you don't have to know every player.
Right. I mean, half the people that went at my old job, they looked at the colors of the teams,
Yeah.
and they're like, "Oh, I like the blue and green over the blue and silver."
Right.
Like, okay, if that's like going to lose your $5, I'm all for it.
2 women.
Jesus.
2 women.
2 women.
2 women. Jesus fucking Christ.
Um.
It's my second phone.
Yeah.
That was the whole phone.
The
My
The
home
phone?
phone. Home phone.
Who else was there for the draft? Oh, Quintez Cephas.
I don't know that he'll get drafted.
I think he might go in like the 5th or 6th round, but when you have offensive linemen running a faster 4.40,
Oh, really? Was he pretty slow?
4.73
I don't know if that's good, man.
for
I'll take your word that it's bad.
yeah, for wide receivers that's terrible.
Wasn't he
Whereas, like,
supposed to be
offensive
fast?
linemen, he's just a big guy.
Oh, I thought he was kind of fast.
He's got really good hands. He is above average route runner. I'd say average speed.
The spear's not great.
No, it's really not.
I'll finish it, but
But yeah, I mean, I hope he goes somewhere just 'cause he's a Badger. I'm always down to get a new Badger jersey.
yeah, he had that weird thing where he like banged the chick and had
Falsely accused of.
had his friend take pictures of him banging her,
Yeah,
and
he's an idiot for that part.
and then like she accused him of rape, and it turned out she didn't get raped. He just was an asshole for taking pictures. Or,
Right.
Test.
Testing.
Test.
Testing.
Welcome back to the Always Expect Last podcast. I'm Ron.
Nah, I'm Chad.
All right. So, what did you see for movies this week?
I started a movie the other day. It's an MTV classic. Have you ever heard of Freedom Writers?
Nope.
It's got McDreamy from Grey's Anatomy in it, and I can't remember her name. But it's about like this teacher who starts teaching at like some lower what do you
poor
call
people
it?
place?
Like poor people
Yeah.
in California.
Okay.
I think in LA specifically. But she like gets them to start writing in journals and stuff like that, and just figures more out about them, and then kind of brings them all together. Kids went through a lot of fucked up stuff.
Mhm.
I made it about halfway through, and then started to fall asleep, so I stopped it. Probably finish it tonight.
That's way more intense than what I watched.
It was, yeah, it was. I don't know. I watched it a long time ago, but that's about it.
So you have seen it before.
Yeah,
First beer,
like 10 years ago.
Cato beer from Mankato Brewing
What?
Brewery.
2 weeks in a row, Cato.
What up, Cato Kalen? Psych. Alright, so I watched The Notebook.
Oh.
Psych,
snap.
I actually didn't. I'm going to though. It's on my list.
Oh, wow.
I watched Sonic the Hedgehog.
I seen you have that other
Yeah,
video.
it's actually a really pretty good movie.
I wanted to watch it.
I liked it. It's got James Marsden, I think's his name. He's Cyclops in the X-Men movies, the old ones.
Oh.
He's also in Hop and a bunch of other stuff. He's pretty good. Sonic's pretty funny.
Isn't all JC in it too?
JC.
Jim Carrey?
Jim Carrey, yes. He's Dr. Robotnik.
Yes.
Yes, he's pretty good. He's a real douche in the movie, so he pulls it off good.
I heard it's like borderline between the liar character and the mask character.
Yeah, but like a bigger dick. Like when he's in, what's that one? Me, Myself, and Irene.
Oh yeah.
Like when he's like the dickhead cop
Yeah.
version, it's like that.
Oh okay.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Huh. Maybe I'll watch that instead of. Well, no, I gotta finish the movie I started.
Yeah. It's not a horrible beer.
Huh.
Goddamn Cato Brewery. Mankato.
They're 2 for 2. We actually
All right.
finished their one last week too.
Yes. Alright, here's what's up. I got some free screwball shit. We didn't fucking talk about it last week because we didn't have the video. But I got a couple hats to give away. Go on our Instagram and comment, and we'll get you a hat. We got 2 of them.
So I posted the screwball picture on my Snapchat. Was it last weekend?
Okay.
I think so. But the number of people that have commented or messaged me back after I posted it, either A, about how much they like Screwball, or B, how much they like peanut butter whiskey and wanted to try Screwball,
Yeah.
was pretty impressive.
On
I was-
Instagram or Snapchat?
No, on Snapchat.
Oh.
I probably had 15 to 20 messages
Really?
after I posted that, which is hands down way more popular than any picture I posted of my kids or something on my Snapchat.
Right. Whiskey beats all.
Right, especially during the quarantine.
I don't know that I've ever talked to 15 different people on Snapchat.
I don't think I have.
No.
I found out that I was friends with our cousin Carrie on Snapchat
Oh, yeah.
via this. I did
Shout
not-
out, Carrie.
I
What's
did
up?
did not know that I was friends with her
Yeah.
on the Snapchat.
I think I am on there and Instagram.
But
and
yeah,
Facebook.
I was pretty surprised when I got a message from her. She's big on the old peanut butter whiskey, or she likes
Oh,
peanut
really?
butter.
Yeah.
She said she
okay.
likes everything peanut butter. I said you'll like it.
Try it. Try it.
No.
Shout out, Carrie.
What's up?
Emma, fuck you. I'm just kidding. You're a child.
Emma Chad.
Emma's got beef with me because I give her too much shit,
Yeah, you guys have had beef since she was like 2 years old.
which is fair. All right, TV shows I watch. Shameless. I'm on season 4. It's awesome. How about you? Anything before I get into the other show I watched?
Still watching the 100. Just about to the finale on season 2. Still have not started The Last Kingdom because I don't want to watch it too fast. And
What is it?
The Last Kingdom, that's the Vikings and Danes one.
Oh, you were telling me about that.
And I watched some more of that football show, The All American.
Yeah. Oh, see, that's where I kind of am with Westworld.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's season 3 and I'm caught up now. Well, caught up to where I start season 3. But I don't want to watch it till it's almost over so I can binge it in like a week and not have to wait for episodes.
Respect.
The other show I've been watching a lot of the last few days, Dark Side of the Ring. Rico, what up? And Brian, this was on you, buddy. So the first one I watched was Bruiser Brody's Murder. He was like a big wrestler in the late 70s, 80s.
70s, 80s.
Yeah, and he got killed in Puerto Rico, like right before a match.
Say, wasn't it when he was traveling for wrestling?
Yeah, he was going down there
Yeah.
to like wrestle and
Cross promote.
yeah, he was like gonna buy part of this company or
Yep.
something. And then the fucking guy who was gonna wrestle like, murdered him, stabbed him, and then he got away with it. And then I watched the one on Von Erichs,
Ooh,
the Texas wrestling family.
wrestling royalty.
Yeah, and how they all like died in shitty ways and like suicides and a bunch of crazy shit. That was a good one.
Fucks up your brain.
There was one dude, one brother left, one that never wrestled. He was in it, and that a lot of it was interviews with him. The next one was The Fabulous Moolah,
Ooh.
and it was about her and like women's wrestling and the controversy surrounding her and how she like allegedly pimped out the girls she helped promote and
Mhm.
stuff. She was kind of like the madam of them.
Yep.
And that was the last one of season 1. Then I watched season 2, the Chris Benoit ones today,
Oh, yeah.
and it was crazy. So it was like all about when he came up, and like him and Eddie Guerrero and Dean Malenko and Chavo Guerrero and
Yep.
somebody else. They all, and a lot of Chris Jericho. They all came up like through Japan and then WCW and WWF and whatever. And then it showed the Eddie Guerrero part where he dies. And then it goes into like how Benoit got super depressed.
I'd say it really fucked with Benoit's head. From
Yeah.
What I remember.
So he got super depressed, and then like
Same with the Owen Hart death. Like they weren't super close, but the whole Owen Hart dying. I mean, obviously fucked with everybody in the WWE.
see they didn't even that wasn't even brought up on this one.
Really? I remember reading, God, I don't think it was one of Benoit's book, but it was somebody's book where they just talked about how like him, Eddie, Chavo, and Jericho all took that really hard
Oh, okay.
because they were all really close. And
So yeah, well then obviously Chris Benoit kills his wife, strangles his wife, and suffocates his kid, kills him, and then hangs himself. And then that was like the cliffhanger at the end of the first episode of the two.
Yep.
And then they go into like the details that were leading up to it and how Benoit was like getting more erratic and stuff because he's always like the nicest dude. And then they go into interviews with everybody like from that area and whatever, you know. And they end the episode talking about how after he passed away, after he killed himself, like WWF that night it was supposed to be Raw or whatever the pay-per-view was or some shit. They had this big memorial thing for him where everybody was telling everyone how on live TV or whatever how he's such a great guy and they would trust him with their family and all this other shit.
I
And
remember.
then the next night or whatever it was,
Announced that he killed his kids.
yeah, they're
And
like
wife.
they retracted it and they pretty much deleted him from everything WWF related ever. And WCW, because at that time, I don't know, did they have WCW bought off by then?
Yeah.
So, yeah, they did all that shit, and, like, they talked about how WWF never, like, supported his one older son who was still alive after that, or his wife, Nancy, who was in WWF, WCW. She was, like, a ringside chick, that they didn't support her family or anything. They kind of just cut them all off. So that was kind of shitty, but it was a good episode. Chris Jericho ended up actually reuniting his wife Nancy's sister with the other son that still survived. So like, he finally, after 13 years, finally like got to talk to his aunt again, and it was pretty cool. It was a really good episode. Both of them were really good. But I mean, sad, obviously super sad.
Oh yeah, super depressing to watch stuff like that.
They said that Benoit's brain had such severe CTE that it wasn't a shock at all that it happened.
Right.
Like, if he didn't do it that weekend, something would have happened eventually,
Right.
probably.
I mean, the dude used to
Unfortunately.
dive off the top rope head first.
Yeah, with not support him, just like crush people with his face.
Yep.
Yeah, it's
crazy to
it's
think that he had brain damage.
Right.
Whatever. Crippler crossface is still one of the greatest finishers of all time. There, I said it. Okay.
Yeah. It was, yeah, I remember watching them too, like back in the heydays of wrestling, and they were talking about how like that whole thing almost killed professional wrestling
Yeah.
because it was such a big deal. But yeah, he was fun to watch when he wrestled. It's too bad everything happened. I know we joked around it before, but it is real sad. All right, now fun times again.
Oh god.
Music,
Mango wheat.
Mango Wheat. This is a
Belgian.
Blue Moon. See that? Smells like a fucking dirty cock. Probably tastes like it too, doesn't it?
I'm not a huge mango person, but I mean, it's not terrible.
That's probably the mango I smell. Alright, the one time I sucked a cock, I rubbed a mango all over it. Fine, secret's out.
You know what? Fine, it happened.
Fine. So shoot me. Music. Here's what I listen to.
Hold on, before we go on,
Yes.
back to movies.
Yes.
Just got a text on this. Did you hear about Universal Studios and AMC theaters?
Yeah, they're not going to show their shit because of that Trolls thing.
Yeah, that is fucking nuts.
So Trolls World Tour, because of the pandemic, Universal released it straight to video on demand.
Yep.
And it made over $100 million.
95 million.
And they
and
said,
it's opening like 2 weeks or something.
yeah, they said if it went to theaters, it probably would have made like 30 million.
I doubt it. I bet it would have been more than that.
See,
Just looking at like what the last Trolls movie did, I would.
no,
assume
I
that would be
mean
more than
in that period that it made the 100.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, overall it probably would, but they said the first one only made like 67 million.
Okay.
So this one already outperformed the first one in 2 weeks or whatever, a month. But they said that then Universal said there was such a success, they were going to release them simultaneously in the future possibly
Yeah.
with other movies. But they didn't say which ones. The big ones that are coming out are Jurassic Park and Fast and the Furious.
Next year, yep.
But they wouldn't do that with those. Not that opening weekend.
The way that they were talking is that they were planning on it.
See, and
The article I read, and
maybe.
I mean, I talked to my dad a little bit about it, and then kind of just did a little more looking on it. They were talking about potentially doing all wide releases, And then
on video on demand.
yeah,
But there's been companies that have been doing this shit for years. Not big companies like Universal.
right. Yeah, no, not the big companies, but yeah. I mean, I coming from the movie theater background, I totally don't want it to happen just because I love the movie theater and going there and seeing people come to the theater. The consumer side of me, I totally get it.
Did you guys get the Trolls one?
No, theaters closed before it came out.
No, I mean on demand.
Oh no.
The kids really wanted to get it, and I was like, I don't want to get it because it's a rental, right? For $20.
I think so, yeah.
I'd rather wait 3 months or 2 months
And
or whatever
get
and
it
just
for
buy
$20.
it for $20.
Right.
I could wait. We have enough movies.
But AMC doing this, if they stick with it, and from the way that the CEO put it in that letter to them, he's sticking with it.
It sounds like he's serious.
That
but
is huge.
could you
for
imagine
theaters.
like one of the biggest studios not getting in like the biggest theater chain though?
They have over 1,000 theaters across the world.
It's them
Like-
and CEC are like the two biggest ones.
And Marcus, yeah.
Oh, Marcus, yeah. But like, there's no way, I don't think, that they won't play Jurassic World 3 or Fast and the Furious.
Yeah, I mean,
I
we'll
don't
see if
I just
they
don't
stick
see
to
it.
their guns. I mean, we've seen this guy talk before in theater conventions when he went to Vegas at CinemaCon,
Yeah.
and dude's pretty like straight and strict to the point. I remember when Amanda and I got to go like on the backstage thing when we went to Vegas, and it was like all executives and then Amanda and I.
Yeah.
And we're just kind of eavesdropping on all the conversations that are going on around. I remember him being back there, and yeah, this guy, like, he's like hardcore movie theater everything.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I get it. It's his livelihood, but at the same time, like another report I saw was, I don't know if it was AMC or if it was a different one. I think it was a different one. They said the same thing. Like, if Universal releases shit video on demand, they won't carry that movie. They're not going to compete with video on demand at their theater with that movie. Like, so if Jurassic World is a Universal movie and it's not on video on demand, they'll carry it.
Right.
But if it goes at both, they won't carry it.
Hmm.
But I don't. That wasn't like AMC. That was like Cinemark or something like that,
Oh, okay.
who owns a different brand. I
Yeah,
think.
they got a couple hundred theaters.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I get it, but at the same time, then
I like
do
it.
something.
I like going to theaters.
I love going to the theater,
Right.
and I don't mind paying the money for it occasionally, but
I'm not gonna go see every. Like, if I had to pay for it, there's no way that I would be going to see every movie.
no, and I'm not going to go see Trolls 2 at the movie theater.
Yeah, definitely not.
You know what I mean?
Right.
I'll rent it or I'll buy it eventually because I can buy movies cheap as shit, but yeah, I'm not going to fucking go see Trolls 2 or every kid's movie. Maybe more Disney ones, but. And Trolls, the first Trolls was not a bad kids movie. But it doesn't mean I'm going to go to every fucking one.
Right.
I will go to Jurassic World at the theater.
Oh,
I won't go to Fast and the Furious because I never do, but
Oh, I will.
like,
I'll watch. I didn't watch the last one, Hobbs and Shaw, but I will watch the shit out of the
I
next
haven't
one
seen that
after
one.
watching the trailer.
I don't know if I've seen Fast 9 or 10 or whichever one's the latest one.
Fast 9's the next one.
I don't think I've seen that one. Or Fast 8.
With
Fate of the
The Rock
Furious?
and Jason Statham.
I don't know if I've seen that one. I can't remember.
I have it.
But like, I'll go
I have all of
see.
them.
I'll go see Wonder Woman 1984. I'll go see. What's the next Marvel one that's coming out? Black Widow.
Is it Black Widow or WandaVision?
WandaVision's on Disney Plus.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we'll see. I told Dad, keep getting the movies. Keep getting all of them.
Yeah, I mean,
Don't
people are
change a thing.
people are gonna go. I'll keep going to the theater. I'm not gonna. I mean, let's be honest. If Black Widow came out on video on demand and the movie theaters the same day, I would buy Black Widow and then go to the theater and watch it on the big screen the first time.
And then watch it at home the second time.
Yeah, because that is like, especially those huge action movies, comic book movies, all that shit. it is way better on the big screen.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, I have a 65-inch TV and it still doesn't compare.
Right.
You know, it's good, but it's not the same. You can't beat it, except for the prices of candy and shit. And I don't have a wife to carry shit in a purse for me anymore. So
Yeah, you have to use your own purse.
yeah, I have to use a jacket, and then you gotta like try to not rattle shit around. And
Oh, I miss kids trying to sneak in candy.
yeah, I know it's so good. You hear that rattle, you're like, fuck! I hope they didn't hear.
Or they go walking by and you see like a pop can in their pocket, like
Yeah.
you idiot.
Yeah.
That's the best place you could hide it.
Yeah, that's why I would wear like my black fucking felt jacket or whatever it is, not felt, wool. The
Oh,
wool
yeah.
jacket, because it's hard to see the outlines of shit on the inside pockets, you know. And as long as the kids don't have rattly candy, you're all right.
I remember one time, this was recently, this lady comes in and she's got like a Yeti cup. This is the last thing on the movie theaters I got. But she sets it on the counter. She's like, oh, it's just soda or just water. I'm like, okay, whatever. You can bring your Yeti cup in. And then she like went to grab it out of her purse and accidentally tipped it over, and it was red.
Wine.
And I'm like, what do you got there? She's like, water. And I'm like, okay, Jesus, did you turn water into wine?
That's pretty good.
She's like, do I need to go put it in my car? I was like, yeah. She's like, I won't do it next time. Like, yeah.
Don't get caught, dummy.
Idiot.
You can keep it if you lick it off the counter.
Right? It's like, let me go get some paper towels and clean that shit off because I don't want to.
This beer is a little bit darker.
Well, I've been handling the dark beers halfway decent lately.
Yeah, liar. A couple weeks ago I did actually.
Last week we didn't have any dark beers.
No. Sagatuck Brewing Company, out of,
The end of that mango was not good.
I know, oh, it's a Michigan thing.
Ugh.
Maggie's Irish Ale, ale brewed with honey, product of the USA. You know, they're not putting their alcohol contents on here
You
anymore.
want to know why that is?
I forgot.
So
Can you tell
much
me?
alcohol in it that they just can't put
Wouldn't
it
it
on
be funny if it's because they were non-alcoholic ones?
there.
Everyone we had that didn't
There's
have it
soda.
was a non-alcoholic, like a
Judge-
fucking O'Doul's.
Judging by the buzz that I get when I leave here.
That's not the case. Oh, it is right here on big fucking in big print.
Oh, right here.
5 point. My fat thumb was covering it. I recently was told that all my fingers look like thumbs. I don't know. Must be a genetic thing. 5.4. Anyways, this can's kind of dumb, kind of bland.
Got a clover on it.
Yeah. What do you guys think of my Milwaukee by Nature? Shout out Milwaukee Brewers. Shout out Naughty by Nature. Shout out Tretch. Shout out Hip Hop Ray. You down with OPP?
Yeah, you know me. Cheers.
Who's down with OPP?
Everyone know me.
All the homies. Good or worse.
It's got like a little bit of that darker. Ooh, the aftertaste is not that good.
Yeah, that's just hit me too.
Music.
Music.
What do you got?
Doomtree Bangarang! Listen to Doomtree Hip Hop Collective out of the Twin Cities. Albums No Kings and All Hands. I think it's All Hands, or is it All Hands on Deck? Let me look. It's good. It's got a bunch of, it's like 4 rappers and 2 producers or something like that.
Okay.
I'm into it. I actually just bought their concert tickets for January, hoping there's concerts by then. It's at the Palace Theater.
God, I fucking hope so.
I know.
I'm getting nervous for the Marshmallow concert.
Yeah, when is that? August?
August or September, one of the two. Definitely getting nervous for it.
Yeah, I have Halsey at the end of June and Deftones in August or September. So I'm hoping shit's back. I'm nervous because like a lot of places are canceling big events for the rest of the year.
Right.
But we'll see.
Yeah. Cross my fingers. Really, I would be heartbroken if I don't get to go to a concert. Like, I just want to be able to actually have my wedding. It's kind of like the big one right now.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really more worried about.
Come on,
saying,
you're the best man.
I am the best man. Yeah, I think concerts will just get pushed out. I mean, or she'll get canceled and you get refunds. I mean, baseball's now starting to refund people
Yeah.
for tickets through like May or some shit.
Yeah, the MLB just gave them permission to start issuing refunds.
Which
They
I
should
don't
be.
know. I read earlier today that there was no minor league season. Like there was a email sent out to like minor league players, or not managers, agents,
Okay.
saying that they were canceling the minor league season, and they were going to expand the MLB rosters and whatever, and possibly start the season in June, is what they were telling people. And now I just saw a tweet saying that the MLB said that's false. It's not the true. They haven't decided anything yet, so
Oh, okay.
who knows? Maybe MLB is backtracking and that's really the case, but